Tonight, we have two undefeated teams on the verge of advancing to the playoffs. The winner will clinch a spot in the postseason. The loser season may well end tonight. Week 7 of the XLeague coming up next. The Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, site of our XLeague Week 7 playoff determining matchup. We welcome you inside our XLeague broadcast booth alongside Elaine Grigg. I'm Kent McConico, glad to have you with us. And Elaine, this is a blockbuster matchup, 1 versus 3, both teams undefeated, all to play for. You take a look at the standings and see how they currently are. Seattle so impressive in that Week 3 victory, 83 points in their victory over Denver. Chicago, way back in Week 1, they had that overtime victory, and they understand if they're gonna get into the playoffs, they need a win tonight. Lane, you yourself, a former athlete, a former coach, going into a game with as much at stake as there is tonight, what are you telling your team?
First thing I tell them is let's keep it simple. Take care of your opponent tonight. The playoffs are going to take care of themselves. Now, if one of these teams does have more pressure on them, it's the Chicago Blitz and their quarterback, Stephanie Raymond. They only have a 6-point differential over the Los Angeles Black Storm for that final playoff spot.
Wade, when you and I spoke with head coach Sidney Lewis of Chicago earlier this week, he mentioned the sense of urgency that he's placed on this game. He said, our team has something to prove. We have a chip on our shoulder, and we know we can come away victorious, but it's going to be a tall task against a very good Seattle team. We had the opportunity to check in with the two signal callers, KK Matheny of Seattle and Stephanie Raymond earlier, and here's what they had to say about the importance of tonight's game.
We do understand coming into tonight's game that it's going to be the game of the season. Seattle is a really good team. However, we are very confident. When we win this game, we get that chance to play in Seattle again, just to prove to everybody that we belong there and that we're capable of being one of the best.
Winning the game tonight is super important for momentum heading into the playoffs for us. We're a super confident team. As long as we play our game, we will win. Going into the playoffs as #1 seed in front of our home crowd, that's our goal tonight.
A pair of confident quarterbacks lead their teams into this pivotal Week 7 matchup. Who will stamp their pass to the postseason? Find out next. Welcome back, BMO Harris Bank Center here in Rockford, Illinois. Our Week 7 matchup, undefeateds. Chicago, they will start with the ball, led by rookie quarterback Stephanie Raymond, the former professional basketball player. 4th in the league in QBR, and an initial handoff picks up a few early on. Lane, you and I are talking about this game, and well, Chicago looking at the keys for this home team. They want to stick to the game plan. They want to be the more physical team on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. They weren't sure that Seattle had faced a team as physical as they were going to be. They wanted to show that to them on offense and defense tonight.
Coach Lewis said, we want to dominate the clock with our run game. Raymond back at her own 5, receiver in motion. Plenty of time, incomplete, unable to link up. It'll bring up 3rd down as we take a look at the starting lineup on offense for Chicago.
Quarterback. Javelle Thompson, running back. Tamika Robinson, wide receiver.
Catch the ball, pal. Hey, 35. 35.
Stars
35.
there for the
right.
blitz.
D, yo-yo 9, QB right. On 1, ready?
We certainly have talent, led by the rookie quarterback, the Rockford native Raymond. Bring up 3rd and long. Receiver in motion. Raymond with the keeper around the near side, across the 15, up to the 20, and just shy of midfield, enough for the 1st down.
And in her first game, she showed how dangerous she was running the ball, and right now she shows it again. Look at that great job by that pulling lineman right there, number 8, Brittany Albert, getting a block, springing her for the big 1st down of the game. That's critical. They had that easy pass dropped on the play before. Great job picking up that 1st down.
Albert, the rookie offensive lineman, paving the way. New set of downs close to midfield.
Ready!
Running back in the backfield. Player in motion. It'll be a handoff up the middle, bounces it outside and up across the 20, pickup of close to 5. And here is the Thunder's defense.
Stacy Jackman, DN.
Savannah Wood, lumberjack at middle linebacker.
Kiera Williams, safety.
Defense not really tested back in that week 3 blowout, and early a player down, and that is not a good sign. Janitra Gleaves, one of the key players for the Thunder, down. Take another look.
Here she is coming, just takes a bad fall right there after a really good block. I hope she's okay.
Gleaves tied for first in the league in interceptions. We'll keep an eye on her, but first a break. 7:53 remaining, scoreless early on. Back from Tennessee. Looks like she had a finger in the eye. Certainly hope she will be able to continue. She is a huge part of the rushing attack for Seattle. A battle of undefeateds here at the BMO Harris Bank Center. Glad to have you with us alongside Lane Grigg. I'm Kit McConico. 2nd and 4 for Chicago. Takes to the air, do the blitz, and this is caught for a touchdown. Tamika Big Meek Robinson with the opener for the blitz.
Described by Coach Lewis as a spark plug. What a big, deep pass right there. They were questioning Stephanie Raymond's arm strength. Boy, you can see she's got plenty of it there. Just one-on-one, beating them to the outside right there. Touchdown, big play. What a fantastic start for this Chicago Blitz team.
Chicago native 3rd in the league in receivings, 5 receptions for 72 yards, a better than 14 yards a catch average coming into today. Makes an early impact for the host.
I think it's just my vision is
It's going for 1, a handoff, and this will find its way through. 7-0, Chicago on top. Now we will see what the reaction is from Chris Michelson and the visitors from the Pacific Northwest. He is a do-it-all head coach, Lane. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, it all goes through that man right there.
Absolutely, he wears a lot of hats, and judging by what happened in their first game versus Denver, he's good at wearing all those hats as well. We'll see how it plays out for him.
I don't know how to say it any other way. So turn it and start fucking running, please. I mean, you're backpedaling. You looks bad. All right. All right. So again, when she's coming to you, you just got to protect deep, right? Back up and then open up or go down if she cuts in. It's that simple. Play inside shade if she's outside.
Coach Michelson, a few words
so you can put yourself in a better position.
One of his star wide receivers, and now we get our first look at the top-rated quarterback in the league, KK Matheny, a 123.61 QBR. That is best in the XLeague. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. In her first time out, that victory over Denver back at the ShoWare Center in Kent. Matheny to the air. This one in the backfield, able to get by 1 and up close to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be a short gain on first.
It looked like that play wasn't going to go for much. It took a long time to develop that quick pass, but Dominique Malloy showing off her exceptional speed right there. There's a juke, and she makes something out of nothing on that play.
Coaches rave about Malloy's speed. It'll be a pitch in the backfield, and their swarming blitz defense will bring up 3rd and long. We take a look at Seattle's star offense.
KK Matheny, quarterback. Nicole Hulce, your running back. Kira Williams, wide receiver.
Matheny again to the air, throws this one up close to the first down marker, and we will see if it will be enough for a new set of downs. I believe it will. Big 3rd down conversion for the Thunder.
Let's go!
Getting the ball out fast that time, same play, different player. This one's going to Kiara Williams. Again, just a little lack of tackling, thump right there from Chicago. They wanted to be the more physical team. They weren't quite the most physical team on those opening 3 plays.
Chicago able to march down the field. Raymond, the long bomb to Tamika Robinson for the opening touchdown. Now Seattle looking to respond. 1st and 10. Ball just on the other side of the 20. Matheny again gives the call. Matheny flushed out, has her target complete. It'll be a gain of 6, brings up 2nd and 4 for Seattle.
Good route concept right here. This outside wide receiver is going to run deep. The cornerback's going to follow, and then that tight end's going to fill in that little gap right there. The linebacker's out there late. Good job, good pickup. Really opens up your playbook here on 2nd down and medium.
Again, Malloy with the reception. And we spoke with Coach Michelson earlier this week, and he said we are going to use those short passes to control that very good Chicago defensive line. Seattle already using the throw to set up the run.
Other side, BB, other side. Let's go, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Second and 4, empty backfield. Matheny trying to get her team on the same page. Matheny fakes the handoff, pressure comes, takes to the air, and this is incomplete. 3rd and 4. We take a look at the defense for the home team.
Kristen Complex, middle linebacker. Labrinthia Murdoch, corner. Jade Austin, safety.
This is defense led by one of the best in the star linebacker, Kristen Campa. Certainly one to keep an eye on is number 7. If they can force the 4th down. Three receivers to the top. Matheny flushed again, takes to the air, has her target complete. What a catch. 1st down, Seattle.
What an incredible catch that is right there from number 1, Kara Williams. I thought there was no way this ball was getting completed. Quarterback goes to her second look. That ball's behind her and it's high and she comes down with it. That's as good a play as you'll see in any football league, anywhere, anytime. What a great play.
Williams is Savannah, Washington native, just outside of Seattle. A tone setter, says Coach Michelson. Expect big things from her, and they will lean on her on both sides. A true two-way star. 1st and 10 from the 14. 2 in the backfield would be a hand up. Hulce nowhere to go, runs right into the teeth of the Blitz defense.
It's a really good scheme on defense right here by Chicago. They've got 4 players right up there on the line of scrimmage. There's 4 players, there's 3 blocking, someone's unblocked, and you can see the result. A tackle for little to no gain, maybe even a loss, depending on how the statistician's going to score that.
Nicole Hulce, the diminutive running back out of Detroit, just 5 feet tall. Time unable to show off the wheels. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 after no gain on 1st. 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Chicago on top, courtesy of Tamika Robinson. Seattle's marched down the field. This one off the fingertips, incomplete. Savannah Wood, the tight end, couldn't bring it in.
I'll tell you why this play is going to be incomplete. You'll see on the replay, you've got an edge rusher coming off unblocked. She's going to come to your screen right there. There's no choice. You got to get rid of that ball. You got to get rid of it before you want to. And just can't quite connect with Savannah Wood. Again, great pressure, 2 plays in a row from Chicago's defense.
3rd and 10. Coach Lewis said they are going to bring the pressure, will Chicago. And Matheny is an absolute stud, but not the biggest quarterback. They don't know how she'll be able to weather the hits as we get to the 4th quarter. Matheny to the air, has her target, and this one knocked away. Great work as the defensive back able to get a hand in that time. Kristen Beep Holmes knocks it away.
Beep Holmes playing lockdown, man-on-man coverage right here. Not really too much pressure. Good pass, but better defense by Kristen Holmes. Great opening series from Chicago. It's 4th down. Let's see if they can put their money where their mouth is and get a huge stop on this 4th down.
Holmes, a Chicago native, and what a week 1 she had. Not just that overtime victory over Kansas City. Well, she had the victory Friday night. She got married the next day. I'd say that's a pretty good way to start off a season.
Little confusion here.
Matheny wisely will take a timeout. 4th and 10, 31 seconds remaining in quarter number 1 as Seattle trailing Chicago 7-0. Matheny over with Coach Michelson to make sure everyone knows what the play call is going to be. 4th and
But
10.
because you can call it 9-1-9. That's all.
Coach Michelson
That's all
has
those
a great
sprinters are.
relation with KK.
So it's just a post dig fade and a slant. That's it.
There is Cindy Lewis, West Proviso High School, Grand Valley State University star.
You do yours. We off the motherfucking field. Y'all
Brian
flip the
Kelly,
fucking
now
Gatorade.
head
And our
coach.
offense back here, put the ball back down in the end zone, okay? Give me what you got. Let's go. Here you go.
Football player. Pleasure to speak with him earlier this week. He has a great staff, including Alan Williams, his offensive coordinator, Aaron Tate, man in charge of the lines, and he said it's a family affair. Sometimes, well, like all families, we're not always happy with each other, but ultimately we're all working for the same goal.
And he is a good man. If you do ever get a chance to spend a little time with head coach Sidney Lewis, you will be a better person because of it. He is truly a joy to speak with.
He is indeed a true ambassador of this game.
Let's see if they're going to protect, if they're going to cover, or if they're going to bring extra people on blitz right here.
4th and 10, Matheny. Pressure comes late. Matheny incomplete, couldn't link up, had her target. Hulce was wide open, couldn't hit her, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
And you're correct, they did bring a delayed blitz. They rushed 3, brought that one late. Almost looked like a quarterback spy on Matheny until she sees the opening. Really expect a little bit more out of KK Matheny, and I'm sure
fucking pass is too fucking high. You gotta get that adrenaline under control.
Michelson less than
Dude,
pleased.
she ran a perfect fucking route there.
Able to convert,
That was a perfect play
able
call.
to turn it over, back to the blitz it goes. Now Matheny will have to rely on her defense to get her that ball back.
All of them been too high.
Yeah, I'm sure they're discussing right there. Head coach Chris Michelson and his quarterback KK Matheny, just making sure they get it right the next time they have that opportunity.
Do not
One
let
quarter
nobody
in the books here at the
fucking
BMO Harris Bank Center in Rockford, Illinois, and it's the hosts, Chicago Blitz, leading the 1-seed Seattle Thunder 7-0. Start of quarter number 2 here at the BMO Harris Bank Center in Rockford, Illinois. Fans enjoy themselves. The Blitz, they are in front of their home crowd for the first time this season, and they are loving the start. Up 7-0 after the first quarter, leading the 1-seed and undefeated Seattle Thunder. And here come the Blitz back on offense. It'll be a handoff in the backfield, able to make something out of nothing. Chicago may have picked up a yard there, and that one should have been stopped for a loss.
Absolutely, this is great play by this right defensive end. Getting great penetration right there, and the running back doesn't have anywhere to go. Javelle Thompson's looking to go upfield sideways, but there's nowhere to go. Stacey Jackman, that's a great play right there. There she is right there in the middle of your screen. Great job playing defense.
Thompson, the Chicago native, second in the league in rushing. 12 attempts for 108 yards in that week 3 victory. And outside they go, hit. Great pursuit from the Thunder, but it'll bring up 3rd and short. Another carry from Thompson.
That is a very unique play. We haven't seen one like that all year. That high motion screaming down towards the line of scrimmage, a quick little pitch out to Javelle Thompson, trying to get her athletic ability into open space. I like that. A little creativity from offensive coordinator Alan Williams so far this game.
Thompson coming off a torn ACL, had surgery last year, but appears to be back to 100% and then some, is the star running back for Chicago. 3rd and 2. Again, the pitch to Thompson, bounces it outside. She's going to be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down for Chicago. Great work defensively. Janitra Gleaves lead the way for Seattle.
Janitra Gleaves coming in, and Kiara Williams coming in for a strong safety position, coming in to clean that play up. Watch this bright green streak right there, chasing her down from the backside. We saw her speed on the offense. It translates over to the defensive side of the ball as well, Kit.
Seattle had a 4th down, which they were unable to convert in their first possession, turned it over. Chicago facing their first 4th down. They were 0 for 2 in 4th down conversions back in that week 1 victory at Kansas City. Raymond with the handoff. Robinson with the first down and then some. Robinson up into Seattle territory, a big first down.
Kid, I think this play's going to come back. I think this penalty is going to be a block in the back. I think it's going to be 4th down again.
Right you are. Chris Nicholson, our referee for tonight's contest. He's assisted by our head linesman.
Offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat, 4th down.
Jack Jones, our line judge, Jim Gutteridge, and our back judge, James Emmert. Take another look.
Right there, that block in the back right there. That's going to get called almost every single time. Too bad. Great first down, great play call. Another creative play call. Makes it from 4th and 2 back to 4th and 7. Much harder to convert from this distance.
4th and 7 for Raymond and company. What do they have dialed up in this situation? Seattle bring the pressure. They will drop back into coverage. Raymond, incomplete. Unable to link up with Labrinthia Murdoch, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Good zone blitz look. They bring two. They drop one right into that space.
I didn't know it was for him.
Wide receiver's open. That ball's just high. Probably had a great chance at a first down. I think that Stephanie Raymond, much like KK Mathena on her first fourth down attempt, I think she'd like to have that one back.
Let's go, get it back right here.
Kiwi coach told you if it hits you in the hands, you've got to come down with the catch. That is one that Murdoch would definitely like to have again. Instead, it'll be 1st and 10 for Matheny and the Thunder.
X low cross. Twins right 10 flood, X
7-0. That opening touchdown came from Raymond. A long bomb to Tamika Robinson. Neither side has been able to find points since. Matheny. Great protection, and this almost intercepted. Threw it into traffic, and Matheny lucky that wasn't picked off.
Oh my goodness, when we were talking to Coach Sidney Lewis this week, he said KK Matheny was good for 2 or 3 jump balls a game that they need to come down with. Well, there's the first one right there, and that ball is just absolutely has to be picked off. Jade Austin really should be coming down with that. It's a great pass breakup, but I think we all know she much would have rather had an interception on that because they got a real short field, Seattle, and that was a chance to really change momentum right there.
Expect Austin to come away with that kind of play. Huge performance in game 1 for the Chicago native. Missed a lot of preseason camp due to her military service, but she has come on big of late. Carry here. Dominique Malloy with a pickup. Will make it 3rd and short.
I'm telling you, Seattle, they've got a track meet back there in the backfield with Kiara Williams, and right there, number 3, Dominique Malloy. This is as fast a set of running backs that I've ever seen in the league so far this year. They are very, very impressive. They get to the edge, and they are, man, one tackle, and they're going to be gone. I wouldn't be surprised if they get spread out to wide receiver, and they just send them deep and just try to outrun everyone on a deep pass.
Coach Lewis talked about the containment his side needs to have against that speed running game of Seattle. Again, a pitch, this time Hulce. Hulce picking her way through, up across. We'll see where they mark her. It's going to be close to the first down.
And Nicole Hulce, she does a great job running the ball, but there's a great lead block by number 11, Stacy Jackman on this play. Watch her lead the way for Nicole Hulce right there. Great block, puts number 15, Emma Vanderheiden, on the ground, setting up that long run.
Jackman, the Tacoma native, one of the key players.
Throwing the ball more than running it.
Yeah.
Paving the road with the speedy Nicole Hulce. 1st and goal. 3:45 and counting remaining in the first half. Seattle, top offense in the league thus far, have not been able to find points. Matheny change it here. It'll be a pitch outside across the 5, touchdown, Seattle.
Easy. Let's go with the 1 eye.
Nene Gleaves puts the Thunder on the board.
And they are spoiled for choice on who's going to get the ball in the backfield because they can all run. Look at the length of that stride by Janitra Gleaves in for the first touchdown, and she's untouched. What fantastic blocking on the edge. That's a great drive. That's taking advantage of the short field. That's what you expect from the number 1 team in the XLeague.
You mentioned the speed between Malloy and Williams. Well, Gleaves, she is the power back. Coach Michelson said she is our Earl Campbell. And if you're too young to remember who he was, I recommend you check some highlights out on YouTube because it was straight at defenders, never around. And that is exactly what you see with Janitra Gleaves. They will go for 2, a chance to take the lead. A pitch and knocked down short. The Blitz defense bows its neck. Stephanie Daniels leads the way, and Chicago still on top by the narrowest of margins.
If a team's going to say we're going to try to establish the outside run, the way you stop that is you get a force player to come up as quick as possible. That time, number 3, Labrinthia Murdoch, came up as fast as she could, cut that ball back into the pursuit that was coming. That's why that play didn't go anywhere. That was absent on the play before and that touchdown, and that's going to have to continue if Chicago wants to stop that outside run game of Seattle.
Sid Lewis of Chicago looking on. Come to the 2-minute warning And we knew it was going to be a good one. This one living up to the billing. Undefeated #1 seed Seattle trailing undefeated #3 Chicago. It's the Blitz on top, 7-6. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Harris Bank Center here in Rockford, Illinois. Lane Grid, Kit McConico alongside with you. Lane, we knew this one was going to be an absolute blockbuster matchup, and so far, with 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter, it is more than living up to the billing.
Absolutely, and some people like high scoring.
Well, if I can bring 2 more, that's not a fucking box. I might as well just bring everybody. That makes no sense. No, I'm just saying, rationalize it. Yeah. I got it. It makes no sense.
Always feel a little bad for the guy who has to work on the sideline. He always gets an earful, and it's very seldom his call.
He was a former defensive lineman. He mentioned some people like high scoring, and well, I think Coach Michelson's certainly one of those if you consider the 84 points his team put up in that Week 3 victory at Denver. But so far, their offense has been stymied tonight here in the land of Lincoln. Stephanie Raymond in the blitz back out on offense, looking for more to extend the lead before that halftime whistle. And so far, they have executed their game plan to a T.
They're going to have to run at a pretty quick tempo here. Only 4 or 5 yards on that first carry right there, and that clock's going to keep rolling. They got to get back to that line of scrimmage. Hopefully they have another play ready to go, because they got to get all the way down there, because I know they want to score points before halftime.
The former Northern Illinois University star point guard inducted into their Hall of Fame back in 2019, and they'll bring up 3rd and long. You can see that point guard background and pedigree in the way she takes this team as the quarterback. Her first year playing football, but certainly has the athletic ability, no doubt.
Absolutely, and the lights aren't too bright for her as well. Certainly not in that Week 1 game where she brought them back to win in overtime. Certainly not thus far in this game either.
That was going to be a question after so much time off. How will this Chicago team fare? Coach Lewis said that is not an issue. We are at home for the first time this season, and we are excited and ready for the challenge that is the Thunder. They'll pitch this one, 3rd and 4, and enough for the first down. Move the change, do the blitz. JaVale Thompson brings up a new set of sticks.
Great job, little toss right around the outside here. A little bit high, Thompson does a great job getting it down. She knows where the sticks are. She's gonna get the first down. Once you get that much momentum going forward, she's gonna convert. At some point, I think Chicago, they're gonna have to take another deep shot down here. It worked the first time. I'd like to see them dial something up like that again.
Clock ticking down. 68 seconds remaining here in the first half. Raymond to the air, complete, first down. Still on her feet. Touchdown, Chicago. LaBrinthia Murdoch able to get around the defensive back, eludes the tackle, and takes it to the house.
And an absolute laser thrown by Stephanie Raymond to LaBrinthia Murdoch, running a little post route, little shallow post across the middle. Look at the zip on this ball right here, coming straight at you. Boom, right on the money. Missed tackle, and LaBrinthia Murdoch in for the 2nd Chicago passing touchdown of the game. And a big play right before halftime. Goes back to that Chicago defense. You got all the momentum in the world. Chicago defense, keep them out of the end zone here.
That is one former professional basketball player in Raymond to another in Murdoch. You see the athletic ability. Going for 2, incomplete, couldn't link up. So it'll stay 13-6. Chicago leading Seattle, 58 seconds remaining in the first half.
And it looked like that pass may have come a little quicker than Tamika Robinson was expecting, or maybe she thought she was supposed to kind of hook that route up instead of continue it out there a little more closer to the sideline. Either way, it's incomplete. Goes back to the Chicago defense now. Let's see what Sidney Lewis is going to do. He's done a great job being creative with his game plan so far. He's rushed 4, he's rushed 3, he's rushed 2, he's covered extra, he's covered with less. Let's see what he dials up to try and confuse KK Matheny on this drive here.
Lane, how big would a stop be here from Chicago going into the locker rooms at halftime? And momentum-wise, if Seattle's able to find points, That would be massive for the Thunder.
And they get the ball back after the half as well, so.
Right you are, my friend. A handoff again. Here comes the speedy Malloy. Malloy wrapped up.
Let's go!
Chicago's defense continues to do its job. That time, Emma Vanderheiden, the Rockford native, leads the charge.
There's just enough of a force, that ball coming back in on that play to keep it at a short gain. Short gain with this clock running. The defense is fine with that. It's the big plays they don't want to give up.
2nd and 8, Matheny.
Tick, 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 tick.
Down to 33 seconds. Matheny finally gets it. Matheny sends this one. And complete. Touchdown, Seattle. KK Matheny to Kiara Williams. And that is what the Thunder offense can do.
Man, as a former defensive coordinator, it's just you. The only thing that hurts you right here in this situation is letting someone get behind you. I know Labyrinthia Murdoch knows that, but gosh, you just cannot get beat deep in that situation. Take all that aside, that's a great pass from KK Matheny, and Kiara Williams running a great route. And right now, they've got a chance to take the lead, and 30 seconds ago, we were talking about Chicago having all the momentum. Well, that's flipped now.
As Lewis said, their week 1 victory, they gave up 28 points on blown coverage, and that was out of a total of 34 points they conceded. And this is a killer. Seattle taking a timeout, 22 seconds remaining in the first half. They want to talk things over before this 2-point conversion attempt, a chance to take the lead. And after the first half, it has been dominated on the clock and well on the field by and large by Chicago. How big would this be?
This is a big play. I mean, I think even if you can stop Seattle's conversion attempt here, that still gives you a little bit of momentum going into that locker room if you're Chicago.
Okay, so where'd it come from here? You've been telling her? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. That's fine. No. Okay.
It seems like they're having trouble with the game clock in the arena.
Hey.
And I think that Coach Chris Mickelson, I think he can't see it with his eyes, and so he's making sure that ref makes sure he's loud enough to let him know how much time there is left. And I can certainly see you got everything in the world going on as that head coach. The last thing you need to do is be trying to figure out where that clock is if you can't see it. So I understand where he's coming from on that.
Blitz fans here at BMO Harris Bank Center, they had a lot to cheer about early on, and Seattle has woken up, and that is bad news for Chicago. The top quarterback in the league there in KK Matheny. A chance to take the lead is something they have not done tonight. Chicago struck first. Flag comes in. Let's see if this is against the Thunder. And it will be indeed false start against Seattle.
That's big. That changes it from the 1, moves it all the way back to the 6. Just a false start. It looks like that was going to be an outside run. Dominique Malloy was coming in to throw a little block to pin that defensive player onto the inside, but she left a little bit too early, and now I think you probably got to change play calls, especially after the running back. You can see the running back ran that sweep route that she was going to run, that little sweep pass, so I think you got to change it to something different here.
Seattle going for 2, looking to take the lead. Instead of ball at the 3, it'll be all the way back. Here at the 8-yard line. Matheny, empty backfield, rolls out. Matheny, little sidearm throw. Waiting for the signal, and she's got it. Somehow able to thread the needle to Dominique Malloy, and Seattle is on top.
Big play right here. Coming out, rolling out to her right. You can see it right here. There she goes. Watch this sidearm delivery. Oh my goodness, that is the tightest of windows. That is 100% a catch. Great job curling the ball, then rolling up and having it under control the whole time. What a fantastic play. Big play, big conversion, big momentum swing going into halftime.
NFL, they talk about the different throwing angles of Patrick Mahomes. I don't know that he has anything on KK Matheny. What a job from the star veteran quarterback.
That's borderline submarine action right there. I mean, that was really phenomenal.
22 seconds remaining in the half. Can Raymond in Chicago respond? Complete, up across the 15, and they will have to take a timeout. Catch made by Brittany Albert.
And I'm not quite sure what was supposed to happen on this play because there's two receivers in the same spot. It looked like it was supposed to be a screen, but both of them kind of went up.
Number 7 defense. That's a 10-yard penalty. Push down.
Okay, we missed that flag. That's a big play. That's 15 free yards. Kit, 15 yards without the clock running either. That's big, especially when you're only playing on a 50-yard field right here. It could be a game changer right here for Chicago.
Huge turn as Janisha believes. Flag for roughing the passer.
I mean, look, they're on the 20 now. Completely different what you can do right here on offense.
Clock was supposed to go on my whistle on that. It was a live ball. She wasn't out of bounds. It was a live ball.
Right.
So, okay. Right. Clock was supposed to go. We're going to run it down to 8.4 seconds. Put 8 seconds on the clock.
Okay, Kit, so they stopped the clock for the penalty, not the timeout. My mistake.
The clock was supposed to go on my whistle. It didn't
our referee.
8 seconds on the clock.
Okay, I'll let him know. It'll be just over 8.2 seconds
Ladies,
to be
it's going to
exact
go on my
on
whistle.
the
It's going to
clock.
go on my whistle.
This microphone can only look on.
They need to snap it as soon as he blows that whistle because they're going to need every one of these 8 seconds right here. Stephanie Raymond needs to be ready to rock. Need to go on first sound on this play. Don't need to go on 2 or 3 or run a motion. Get that ball snapped and get going.
You were inbounds on the pass play when we had roughing the passer. It's a live ball. They want the clock to go.
Offense.
That's not on fucking me, though. You just can't take imaginary time on the Huh? You can't take fucking imaginary. That's 2 fucking times we done played at the end of the half fucking time zone. Going on my whistle. I'm sick of this shit. Going on my whistle. That's all right. Everybody's going right here anyway.
Here we go. Raymond still waiting. Clock ticking down. Is yet to get the snap. Raymond finally gets it with 3 seconds remaining. Takes to the air, looking for the home run ball. This one batted incomplete. Great work from Mackenzie Tolliver, able to knock that one away. And the halftime whistle sounds. A 1-point affair at the break. And it's number 1 Seattle leading number 3 Chicago 14-13 here at the BMO Harris Bank Center. Halftime, we'll take a break. Second half of this Week 7 playoff decider coming up. Halftime, and the 1 seed Seattle Thunder leading the host Chicago Blitz 14-13 at the break here at the BMO Harris Bank Center. Take a live look in. Halftime, and here is Sidney Lewis into his side.
Be straight. Just run the forward back down. All right. You don't have to stop breathing my ass out.
Hey, when we run, I run it too high. I'm taking too many kill shots. Initiate the contact. If y'all hit them a couple of times, they can give up.
They ain't did shit on their offense. We on defense when we come back. We got to get off the fucking field quick. All right? We done fucked up twice in the game. We missed a fucking pick. Then end up eventually scoring, which happens every fucking time we don't fucking make a play. All right? That's football karma. We don't fucking make the play, they end up scoring a motherfucking touchdown that fucking drive. All right? The other one, fucking VP, I told you exactly what they're gonna fucking do. They gonna crack down, you got to fucking replace. You keep jumping your little ass inside. Stop it. That ain't what we didn't win. We ain't been doing that shit all fucking month. You got to come off that edge and go. Come off that edge and fucking go. Simple shit. We just not doing it. I said go to the game. It depends on what we fucking do. You got the game plan. They ain't showing y'all shit. Y'all ain't saying happy. Nah, you should feel super confident. Go out in the second half, whoop their ass. Come on with it.
What they had? Bang them! Bang them! Bang them! Bang them! What they motherfucking ass. All right, this is our half right here. Let's go. Way to go home. That's how we gotta play. All right, we need this game to make playoffs, guaranteed. Let's do this shit. Come on, bring it in. I got y'all, D. We need one right now.
Stephanie Raymond knows what's at stake. We'll see if her words have the intended effect as we head to half number 2 in Chicago. Welcome back. BMO Harris Bank Center in Rockford, Illinois. A battle of undefeateds. Playoff spots on the line, and it's the visitors from the Pacific Northwest on top by 1. We take a live look in Chris Michelson and the Seattle Thunder's locker room.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the twin set with the running back in the back and the high motion's coming. So basically it's a single set with a high motion in the back. If they're high motion to crack, who picks up the crack? Safety. Where is my inside fucking corner? You should be shooting to take away the fucking sweep. There's no way they should be on the outside. If you hesitate, the pulling guard's set up. If the pulling guard's set up, you're just a fucking trash can out there getting kicked over while they fucking run 7-8 yards down our throat. You've got to sell out on the run inside fucking corner. You're no longer man-to-man with that because you're now going to get the edge because the edge is compromised. Once the edge is compromised, the corner shoots. It's simple, guys. Why the fuck are we not thinking about this? One running back in the backfield. Offset. You got the high motion. High motion comes down. Safety gets the high motion. 9 times out of 10, they ain't running that fucking route anyway. They're fucking cracking. They're double teaming from what I'm hearing. Double teaming the DN or double teaming the Mike. One of the two. Right? So if that's the case, then they're running the fucking ball. They ain't running a route. So where is my corner? What is going on with the corners?
I haven't seen her crack from high motion, personally.
Okay.
But whoever got corners isn't shooting.
It's on your side.
Like, to be honest, because what's happening is I am running around everyone and then meeting the girl as she comes around. So, because she's going into the wall.
But why aren't our corners coming? Are our corners not coming over? Is that what's going on? We're not having the corner come over and shoot.
They are coming over, but they're not shooting. That has to be it.
They're not shooting. They're getting blocked.
I can see the girl running.
So are you playing middle and you're not shooting?
I've been playing outside.
I know, but are they playing twin? Because this can only happen on the right side.
I mean, it's been on her side, so she's outside girl, and then that.
Well, then that means Max inside.
So make sure you're shooting.
We gotta go Seattle.
All right.
Just see it. If you see it, guys, start to see it. All right. One running back in the backfield, guys. You got to pick this up. Also on the trips, remember strong side DN and outside corner. We pinch the hitch. En route to pinching the hitch, you're also watching what the fuck is going on. So if the quarterback runs, then continue down. You guys on the fucking DNs, we're taking a step back, and I don't know why, but we're taking a step back, and then we're going over. You have to move towards the line of scrimmage at the angle to pinch the hitch. Hitch, pinch, and then if we get the quarterback runs, then we just pursue to the quarterback. We're already in position. It's perfect. Don't take a step back and then reroute. Your step should always be forward. Even if you're stunting, you're going to step forward and then see if it's a run, continue forward. If not, then we drop. But that's only in one scenario with those DNs, so you should hardly ever be fucking taking a step back. All right? You guys have got to start attacking that line of scrimmage. They're going to start running on us at will, especially out of that trip set with the quarterback to the strong side. All right, that's what we're doing.
The intensity and fire that Chris Michelson is known for. We'll see which Seattle team we see in the second half. Will it be the Thunder of the first quarter or the second? They lead by 1. Illinois, top 3 matchup, and so far it is the 1 seed Seattle Thunder on top of the host Chicago Blitz, 14-13 at the break. It has been a good one. Take a look at our first half highlights. And the home team, they got things started. Tamika Big Meek Robinson with the opening touchdown. Less than 3 minutes in, Chicago's defensive line bowing its neck. But, well, Matheny doing what she does best, taking to the air. Had some tough sledding early on, and that was a credit to the defensive backs. And this one almost picked off Jade Austin no doubt will like that one back, but Seattle, it took the second quarter. Their offense found its footing. Janitra Nini Gleaves had a chance to tie things up as Raymond with the connection to Labrinthia Murdoch. That made it 13-6 Chicago halfway through the second quarter. And then less than a minute remaining in the half, the bomb, KK Matheny to Kiara Williams. Williams somehow able to get by her defender. The two-point conversion, what a throw, changed the release point. And the final play of the half, incomplete. Raymond unable to connect with her target. Seattle leading by 1 at the break. Take a look at the first half stats. What stands out to you, Lane?
What stands out to me, you've almost got a tie score. You've almost got the exact same halftime stats. Just a 10-yard difference in total offense, just a 1-point difference on the scoreboard. This game has been everything we wanted it to be. Maybe thought it was going to be a little bit more high scoring, but we have been treated to a very, very, very good game of football this evening.
We certainly have. And then we're going to be treated to a good one next week indeed. And this is going to be a stellar matchup at Champion Stadium in Irvine, California. The Mexican national team, the Mexican All-Stars, taking on the host Los Angeles Black Storm. And that is going to be something else. We've seen players from Mexico populating teams across the league, including Los Angeles, including Austin, and there's a lot of talent south of the border. Really looking forward to this one next week. Well, here is what is at stake. Here is how things currently shape up in the standings. Seattle, Atlanta, Chicago, 1, 2, and 3. Austin and Los Angeles right there as well. And we said it. If you win, you're in. Certainly the case for Seattle with that huge plus 57-point differential. Chicago, not only did they need the victory, they need some cushion as well.
Absolutely. And if you're a fan and you've got 3 teams neck and neck for that last playoff spot, man, as a fan, you think it's great. If you're a head coach, it gives you ulcers. You're that close. Big for Chicago right here to really cement their place. They've got to turn it around. They've got to win this game.
That doesn't make sense. You
throw it to next week to Los Angeles. Los Angeles needs to win, and they've got to score points. Austin, they may be able to make the playoffs just sitting at home on their couch, depending on how much each team scores or doesn't score. Basically, it's all left to play for this last half and next game with the Los Angeles Black Storm versus the Mexico All-Stars.
Couldn't ask for anything else. This is how you want to wrap up the regular season. Everyone trying to book their spot to the X Cup Saturday, September the 10th, down in the Lone Star State HEB Center in Austin. Chance to be the top team in the XLeague. Seattle, the 1-point lead, and they will have first possession of the second half, and an early whistle. And this is not how Chris Michelson's side wanted to start the second half.
No, and you can hear referee Chris Nicholson saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. He's actually said that 3 or 4 times in the first half, I think trying to get KK Matheny to get it going a little bit. And this time he threw the flag, and I bet KK Matheny's talking about, hey, I can't see the clock.
Chris Michelson said that in the first half. He couldn't see the clock. That was something he was complaining about it for good reason. His quarterback having the same issues.
And I think if there's a clock malfunction, I think the refs got to give that player a little bit of a break.
Here we go.
First play of quarter number 3. A back and forth first half. They will pitch this one to Hulce. Hulce hit in the backfield for a loss.
Okay, I wrote in my halftime notes things I think Chicago needs to do a little bit better in this half. And that edge player's got to get upfield and force that sweep to come inside. There it is right there. That's a great job by Labrinthia Murdoch, forcing that play back into the pursuit. If they can do that the rest of the game, they're going to be successful on defense.
Loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12. Matheny drops back, takes to the air, complete, and picks up a big chunk. It'll make it 3rd and short for Seattle.
And a shout out needs to go to that offensive line from the Seattle Thunder right there, the center and those two tight ends. We've got a run fake and the pass right there, 2 fakes in the pass. That's a long time to be pass blocking. That's a great job by those ladies up front.
Christine Moore, the center, leading the way. A handoff on 3rd and short, and this is going to be just enough for the first. Kristen Campa in the backfield couldn't make the tackle.
That's a really good job and a one-on-one tackle by Kristen Campa, but just a little too much to ask with all that momentum going forward, and it is going to move the chains.
Hulce picks up a new set of downs for her offense. Matheny, just an incredible football IQ from the veteran. Again, takes to the air, but too tall. Unable to find the diminutive Nicole Hulce.
And another good look from defensive coordinator and head coach Sydney Lewis. They rush 2, they drop the middle linebacker, and what you end up is with a little bracket right there. You got a high and a low receiver right there covering number 2, Nicole Hulce, and there's really nowhere for that ball to go. Good scheme right there. Good defensive play call, Coach.
Coach Lewis,
she's outside.
His bench looking on. Their defense was stellar for much of the first half, particularly the first quarter. They need to get back to that play. Matheny again with the empty backfield, flushed out, throws this one up, and unfortunate that one not picked off as Emma Vanderheiden closest to it.
All right, so the football term for this is a cowboy or a cat. You're bringing the cornerback off that weak side blitz right there. She's unblocked. She forces that ball to go a little bit quicker, throws that quarterback off the rhythm. Good job on that cowboy stunt right there from Coach Lewis. 3rd and 10 right here. Again, this cat and mouse between KK Matheny, Chris Mickelson, and Coach Lewis. It's fun to watch. They're doing a bunch of great things out there.
Big 3rd and 10 for the Thunder offense. Matheny, player in motion, has the handoff to Malloy, bounces it around across midfield and up across the 20 for the first down.
All right, so the first play of this half was a sweep by Seattle to the right. Labrinthia Murdoch was the corner on the left side. She forced the run back inside. Watch the cornerback on this play. She gets pinned to the inside right there. She's on the ground. That's an easy run for Dominique Malloy to get a first down. It is critical that you have either the corner or the safety force the run back inside when they're trying to get to the edge.
Malloy with speed to burn. Here it is one more time.
And there's that cornerback on the ground, and she's got the corner outside. And once you lose outside contain like that from your force person, you've lost the play. It's done.
Matheny pressure in her face, and this one almost complete. Threw that one into a tight window, and full credit to Stephanie Daniels, able to bat it away.
That is a great job right here. Good one-on-one coverage in open space. Sometimes defensive end linebackers, that's a challenge for them. Not a challenge right there for Stephanie Daniels. She's in her hip pocket right there in a pass breakup.
Calm down, it's okay. We got it.
Daniels showing her versatility, able to rush the passer, able to drop back in coverage. For Matheny in company, and she's certainly settled down after a difficult first quarter. It was only a matter of time for the top quarterback in the league. Another pitch in the backfield, and they will pick up a big gain on 2nd down. And back to the run game they go.
Absolutely, and it seems like they like this left side a little bit more than the right side. Defensive back trying to set the edge, gets pinned in just a little bit, but takes up 2 Seattle blockers, which allows extra players on the defense to get over there, keeping it to a minimum gain there, setting up a 3rd and long.
Leaves the former track star at Vanderbilt with the carry. Matheny under center. Drops back, pressure coming, and Matheny just has to throw this one away.
Okay, so we saw a similar play earlier in this drive. There's going to be 2 backs crossing, 2 run fakes, and then Matheny's going to spin around and look for the pass. 1 fake, 2 fakes, looking for it. The difference right here, you got huge pressure coming from that defensive end spot. Matheny turns around to set her feet. Right there, defensive end interface. Not Matheny's fault. You got to pick up that blitzer. She doesn't have a chance, even if you're as good as KK Matheny.
4th and 8 for Matheny in Seattle. Matheny, complete, and this is knocked out. No, incomplete. Did not have possession. Had Stacey Jackman, but the tight end couldn't hold on.
And I think she was going to be short one way or the other. Emma Vanderheiden get over there from her strong safety position. Great job from the pass rush right there. The offensive line wide open. Great hit, jarring that ball loose. She wasn't going to make the first down anyway. First stop, first big stop for that Chicago defense. Now they've got that chance to get that offense out on the field and regain that lead in a game that it's really going to help their playoff chances if they can win it.
Coach Lewis says Vanderheiden, a Rockford, Illinois native and former college soccer player, is, and I quote, tough as a $2 steak, and that is high praise if you're a defensive player. Hand off, and they'll run this one up the middle. Big gain on first, and back to that power run game. Go the Blitz, this time JaVale Thompson.
She's lined up, I think, at the tight end position on this one. She's going to be at the left tight end, and there it is, right up the middle. And actually, everyone on that Seattle Thunder defense, they just kind of back up. They're not even looking in the backfield. Great first down run.
Steve Raymond, former professional basketball player, came into this game fourth in the league, 78.55 quarterback rating. Had those 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Back in her only start in week 1, eludes one. Here's Raymond in the open field, across midfield and up across the 20, and that is what Stephanie Raymond can do when she scrambles.
And I really like that from a young quarterback. She looks her read, it's not there, watch her eyes, not there, not there. Let me give my God-given ability out there, get an open space and juke out. They had trips on the left side. That means when she broke contained to the right side, there was nothing but turf in front of her. That's a good job adjusting on the fly right there from the rookie quarterback, Stephanie Raymond.
Coach Lewis was raving about how quickly she has come along. Says she's always had the ability to manipulate defense with her feet. There's a perfect example. New set of downs. Player in motion again. Raymond with the keeper around the side, has a blocker in front of her, and Raymond will pick up 6. Nice gain on first.
It's a good job. This time they got trips into the right side of the field. They're going to pull a lineman out to lead in front of Raymond. Watch it right here. There's that tight end leading the way. That's going to be big number 8, Brittany Alber, unsung hero on that play, throwing a lead block, creative play call, and another first down. Oh, excuse me, only 6 yards. Looked a little further than that on the replay, but I really like that concept.
Brings up his second and a very manageable 4. Minute 25 and counting remaining in the third quarter. Another handoff to Thompson. Thompson knocked back, but it'll be a first down, first and goal for Chicago.
Tell you what, nothing fancy about this. This is like Bo Schembechler and Woody Hayes right there. Let's just run it right up the middle and see who's got a little more lead in their pencil. Great collision, good run, good pickup. Like that, a little physical football right here in the XLeague. Loving it.
Thompson has the size, not behind her pads. Now we'll see what Raymond has in store. Need a drain in the backfield. Now in motion, handoff to Drain. Drain unable to get away. Met at the line of scrimmage by Tapler. And Liz Tapler there, great read from number 88 for Seattle.
It is a great job of penetration for number 88, Liz Tapler. Looks like maybe there's a mishap on this play. Maybe the quarterback, nope, it's not a mishap. That's just Liz Tapler making a great play all the way. And then the posse comes, tackle for a loss, good first down, great job from that defensive end position.
Tapler, a rookie out of Albany, New York. Coach Michelson says she is one to watch, has a huge and very high ceiling. Second and goal. Raymond dancing around, throws this one up to a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Chicago.
And it looks like that's number 3, LaBrinthia Murdoch.
Murdoch with her second touchdown of the game. Raymond buys time and finds a wide open B. Murdoch.
And that is just pure athletic ability. Just enough time setting it up for the offensive line. What I really like about this and what's really impressive is the young quarterback. She's got her eyes downfield the entire play, looking for someone to break open, Labrinthia Murdoch helping her quarterback out on the scramble drill, but the maturity to always be looking downfield there, that's impressive.
Chicago looking for the extras, and they have it. The quarterback keeper from Raymond. And the Blitz are back on top.
And that is pack everybody onto the line of scrimmage and just let that quarterback sneak and find any gap she can.
Well, the first quarter belonged to Chicago. The third does as well. The Blitz back with the lead, 20-14 as we head to quarter number 4. Fourth quarter here at BMO Harris Bank Center. And the final result very much hanging in the balance. The Blitz fans on their feet, a lot to cheer about. They were able to retake the lead. A very impressive performance in the third quarter. You take a look at that drive summary, taking a whopping 4 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock, 6 plays, and ends up with the second touchdown of the night from Raymond to Murdoch.
That's about half the quarter right there, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. That's a good drive, and they needed the points too.
Lane, we saw Seattle respond after getting down early. Can they again here? 10 minutes remaining. The number 1 team in the league looking to stay undefeated. Miscommunication, this ball on the turf. Malloy with it, and she's going to be hit for a big loss.
Big play right there from that Chicago defense, an opportunistic play. I think what you have here is the quarterback thinks that it's going to be on a different snap count. You can see that she's kind of shuffling her feet, waiting for the ball. You'll see it right here on the replay. The ball's late. There's some sort of miscommunication. They're lucky that ball got handed off to begin with, but now they are way behind the chains on this second down play.
Malloy fortunately able to get on top of it, but hit deep in the backfield by Kristen Beat Holmes, a loss of 5. That is the intensity of the Blitz defense. Kristen Campa leading the way, the star middle linebacker. They're able to force a turnover on downs in Seattle's first possession on offense, but another handoff, and here comes that running game. Now Nicole Hulce showing off the speed.
That's good speed from Nicole Hulce. Good run fake right here, first back coming through. I'm going to tell you what else. I know they get a good gain, but that's a good job in the open field on the tackle from defensive back Jade Austin right there. That's really tough to do in the open field. That running back's coming full speed ahead. That running back's got all the advantage. And to tackle one-on-one like that in open field, that's pretty good.
Which was raving about Austin's Game 1 performance, particularly after missing a lot of preseason camp due to military obligations. And it's going to be a reverse coming around the side. The Thunder across the 15, up across the 20, and over midfield. A first down and then some for Seattle.
All right, I'm going to talk about 2 things on this play right here. Number 1, the entire Chicago defense takes the bait and runs off. Watch, they're all running to the left side of the screen, but then watch KK Matheny get a block right there to spring Kiara Williams for even more yards. Not a lot of quarterbacks out there want to do the dirty work. Good job, KK Matheny, and a good play call there from Chris Michelson. Reverse, I like it.
Matheny, the Dayton, Ohio native, tough as nails, leading the way there. That is what you want to see from your star quarterback. Another handoff to Hulce across the 15 and up. See where they mark her. It's going to be enough for the first down. Nicole Hulce really getting involved. 2 huge carries for number 2.
These Seattle Thunder running backs, they're just so fast. As soon as they get vertical and they're going up and down instead of side to side, they are picking up yardage in bunches. I'm very impressed with the team. Maybe they're not the biggest. Maybe they're not going to run right over you. But, man, when they get going, they are lightning fast. They are some offensive weapons over there on the Seattle Thunder backfield.
3-headed monster of speed backs in Williams, Hulce, and Malloy all have been a big part of tonight. And here comes Malloy. Malloy inside the 5.
And that's almost the exact same play as the previous one. It's just a different running back. You see one run fake and then coming back inside with a little trap. Good job blocking by Stacey Jackman for a tight end position, opening it up for Dominique Malloy on that carry right there.
Lloyd, the Nevada native, deceptively strong. We've seen her speed on display on more than one occasion, but that time shows off the strength. Two receivers to the bottom of your screen. Empty backfield for Matheny. And we'll see. Looks like Hulce got out of her stance. Play will continue, and no. Now here comes the whistle.
What number?
See what our referee Chris Nicholson has to say.
It's actually pretty creative to start with from Nicole Hulce. She jumps off sides but puts her hand down into the ground, so it's not a false start at that point. But then as soon as she picks that hand back off the ground, she shuffles a little bit, and the ref's got to call the flag and back them up 5.
What was 2nd and 4 from the 5-yard line, now 2nd and 9. All the way back at the 10. Again, empty backfield for Matheny. Pressure comes, Matheny wide open in the hands of Wood, and the tight end takes it in for the touchdown. Savannah Wood, the police officer, flexes the muscle there.
And Chris Michelson's been keeping this in his hip pocket for just the right time, and it was just the right time. Savannah Wood blocking initially for a tight end position, then slipping out. You can see number 7, Kristen Camp, the linebacker, running off. She thinks it's going to be a run, and Savannah Wood is wide open. KK Matheny just drops it into her lap, and a touchdown, and we got a tie ball game, Kit.
Wood ties it at 20. 5:15 and counting remaining. Matheny in Seattle going for 1. Matheny gets the handoff to Williams, and Williams stops short. What a stop from Chicago's defense, and it stays tied at 20 between the Thunder and the Blitz.
And what sets this off from the start is Emma Vanderhyven coming in from that strong safety. She gets immediate penetration, throws the timing of that play off. Everything's out of whack from that point on, and that is a huge stop from that defense because it's a tie ball game. There's about 4.5 minutes left. If you get another 4-minute and 20-second drive here from Chicago, they score, and that's the ball game.
Vanderhyde, the local product out of right here in Rockford, playing in front of a crew of friends and family and having herself an absolutely outstanding outing thus far. Just over 4 minutes remaining. Who comes away with the victory? Who is headed to the playoffs and who will get their first loss of the season? Raymond with the quarterback keeper, the design run from Raymond, the first down across midfield. And there is Stephanie Raymond, so dangerous in the open field.
Good job. I like the running play. Keep that clock moving as much as you can. Here you go, scrambling to the right. There's the tight end again, Brittany Albert leading the way. And a great pickup. And I like it nice and slow right here. Milk that clock, run that ball. The old coach, Darryl Royal, said you throw the ball, 3 things can happen. 2 of them are bad. That's an incomplete pass and interception. Let's keep running the ball right here, Chicago. And Coach Alan Williams, I like it.
I would say 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but with the running backs that we've seen on display tonight, it's more like 10 yards. These two teams picking up chunks at a time on the ground.
And I would wait till the ref told you to snap the ball every time.
Flag comes in.
It looks like maybe they waited a little too long to snap the ball here. Again, I think maybe that clock's probably just playing havoc down there.
It's going to be delay of game against Chicago, and that'll back the Blitz up.
I tell you what, though, the clock's still running. So you still got that working for you right there. I understand you took the 5 yards, but right now, you got 4 downs right here. Clock's at 2.5 minutes. Let that thing roll down. Wait till the ref's yelling at you. Snap it, snap it, snap it, then snap it. Milk that clock down as much as you can, Stephanie Raymond.
Rookie quarterback. Another Rockford native. She's put on a show tonight. The handoff, oh, what a hit there. and lowers the boom, does the running back. Benita Train introducing herself, the sledgehammer running back for the Blitz.
That is Benita Drain. Might need to change her name to Benita Train after that hit right there. Woo! Sorry, you better bring it a little bit right there once she gets those pads moving forward. That is a very physical runner you're dealing with.
Coach Lewis likens her to Marshawn Lynch, and that is beast mode if you ever saw it. A 2-minute warning, 2 left. Who comes away with the victory? Tied at 20 between Chicago and Seattle. 2 minutes remaining at BMO Harris Bank Center. A spot in the playoffs on the line to the winner. And here are the standings. Lane, you see how tight things are and how important point differential is.
Absolutely. If Chicago wins this, they're in, and that throws a ton of pressure on Los Angeles to score as many points as they possibly can next week versus the Mexico All-Stars. You'll definitely want to tune in for that.
That's going to be a great one. Raymond back out there to the air she goes. Raymond complete. Touchdown, Chicago. What a play coming out of the break. Tamika Robinson, the second time she is hooked up with Stephanie Raymond today, and the Blitz are back on top.
And they fooled me too. I figured Chicago was going to keep pounding and grounding in it. They faked the run. They hit that corner out right there. I don't think anyone in the building expected Chicago to go to the air right there. Now I tell you what, this conversion right here is huge because you've certainly left enough time for KK Matheny, Kiara Williams, Nicole Hulce, Dominique Malloy, and that trio of running backs from Seattle. Certainly left them enough time to score. This is a very big conversion right here. They've got to get this to give them some wiggle room.
Raymond, 6 for 8 tonight. This may be the biggest pass she's attempted. Incomplete. So it stays a 6-point Chicago lead, and still, as you mentioned, plenty of time for KK Matheny in Seattle.
Same kind of play they tried to run the first time on the conversion. That is great defense right there from number 13, Mackenzie Tolliver. Haven't called her name tonight, but boy, did she come up big when they needed her to. And now it's 6 points. There's plenty of time for the Seattle offense. If Seattle scores again, then it's going to be Chicago's job to stop them on that conversion kit. Last time Chicago played, it was overtime. Maybe we're looking at something like that again.
Matheny trots back out there, the star veteran quarterback, calm and cool as you would imagine. Plenty of time for this Thunder offense.
I can promise you KK Matheny is not rattled at this point right here. She is calm, she's exuding confidence right there in that huddle. That's exactly the person you want in this situation right here.
Chicago's defense has bowed its neck all night long. Campa and company have done their job. Can they come up with one final stop? Malloy in motion. This one bobbled. Matheny drops back, takes to the air, and just throws it away.
That's a really good job right there from KK Matheny. There is no intentional grounding in the XLeague. If she can get her hands on this bad snap right here, she gets her hands on it. Oh, I'm sorry. I owe an apology to number 21, Christina Moore, the center. That ball hit the running back. Great job by KK Matheny picking that ball up and chunking it deep. You don't take the sack. You don't get a turnover. Heads up play. Cool as a cucumber back there.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Clock stops as well. Minute 48 left. Chris Michelson looking on. Matheny with Malloy offset. Hulce as well. Both running backs in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to Hulce. Bounces it outside up to the 15 and just shy of the first down. We'll see where they mark her. It may be good enough for a new set of downs.
Here it is, just a simple play to the left, and that's a great job by the center, number 21, getting to the very good linebacker, Kristen Campa. 21, Christine Moore. That's as good as block as you're going to see from the center. Anytime a center can reach block a linebacker, that's a very athletic move.
Or the Seattle native and anchor there at center. Showing off her athleticism. getting to the second level. 1st and 10 after the big run from Hulce. Handoff to the near side, up across the 20. This time Savannah Wood, the tight end, getting involved in the run game.
Same formation where they snuck that pass out to Savannah Wood for that last touchdown. This time they're going to bring a run out of it. Chicago's defense has got to be a little more disciplined on the backside of that trips formation. That defense, they're quick to run out of there, and it leaves all kinds of holes and gaps over there on that backside.
That's out of bounds.
Seattle takes the timeout. 42 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 for KK Matheny.
Everybody else. No, they're not. It's not it. Here we go. Listen. Twins right tight, 43 crack. Z shovel. Z shovel. Z shovel. Here we go. Let's go.
What does Sidney Lewis defense have in store? 42 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 for Seattle from the Chicago 17. Plenty of time. They've been very efficient in this drive. Deep backfield. Williams in motion. Matheny flushed out. Matheny takes to the air. Too tall for Dominique Malloy.
Loads of time right there for KK Matheny provided for her offensive line. She's going to check a couple different receivers right here. Thinks about scrambling, then tries to lay one just over the top right there. Great job by the defensive back. Almost there, not quite able to hook up right there for a touchdown. But it's only, what, 2nd down right now? They still got 3 more downs. They still got 49 seconds. Plenty of time, nothing to panic about here. You've got everything in your playbook available to you.
Mavi been a star of the Blitz defense tonight. Vanderhyde and Campa there in the middle. Matheny, a quick pass underneath to Williams. Williams hit immediately after the short gain. Labrinthia Murdoch with the tackle.
That's a great job out there by Labrinthia Murdoch, and I think that Emma Vanderhayden was out there as well, stopping that play. There's one, yep, right there, 2 of them together. That's a good job. That forces Seattle to use one of those precious timeouts to stop the clock.
Vanderhayden leading the charge. 3rd down. Lewis fired up and trying to fire up his troops as well. He knows what's at stake. It's very simple for Chicago. Win and you're in. If not, you have to sit back and watch next week when LA hosts the Mexican All-Stars.
Coach Lewis needs to be careful. He walked all the way to the other side of the field on that. I think the refs, well, they understand they're going to take a little bit of heat, and it's a high-passion game, and people get into it, but you leave your area that much, you're borderline getting that flag, and that would be devastating right now for Chicago.
The composure of KK Matheny, a reason that she is one of the best. A veteran from Ohio, and you see it. It doesn't matter what the situation, the score, where they are. Her demeanor never changes.
No, her heart beats about 5 times a minute. She's going to be calm. She's going to be cool. And I can't tell you, that's such a positive effect on everyone in that offense when your leader is calm and collected.
Matheny under center. Williams in motion. Matheny fakes the pitch, drops back, directing traffic. Matheny unable to get away from one. Matheny to the end zone, incomplete. In and out. Kiara Williams had it. The fans thought she did as well.
Oh my word, so many things happen on this play. They get Savannah Wood covered, escapes the sack, it's wide open, and then it's dropped at the very last second. The game could be won right there for Chicago, then it could be won right here for Seattle. Oh, but it both come up short. The sack doesn't happen, the touchdown doesn't happen. At the end of the play, what we got is a 4th down, the 4th down of the season. It is on the line for both of these teams.
And this is all you could ask for.
Okay, listen, we can get a 1st down, but you guys got to get out of bounds, okay, if we check down. There's only 36 seconds left. You got to get out of bounds. We have 0 timeouts left. If they don't get out of bounds, you guys got to get to the line quick, and she's going to spike it, okay? If we get the first down. All right, listen, though. What we're going to run is we're going to run double quicks. ISO, Dom on a 7. ISO, Dom on a 7, so she's not running the slant, all right? She's running a 7. You're going to run the slant still, Key, and we got double queens. Shotgun.
Okay, remember, they don't need a touchdown here. They just need a first down. So they don't need to go for the end zone. They only need 5 yards. So they can run, they can pass, they can do whatever they want because they've got plenty of time.
No timeouts remaining.
I mean, they need to have another play call ready to go. But the most important thing here, it's got to be concentrated on the first down first, then go ahead and get up there and score.
4th and 5, game on the line. Matheny complete, touchdown Seattle.
Oh my goodness.
Dominique Malloy with the catch, and again, KK Matheny threads the needle, puts it into the smallest space possible.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. That pass, I mean, Tamika Robinson is just all over Dominique Malloy, and that pass is perfect, and the concentration is perfect, and the season's on the line, and KK Matheny and Dominique Malloy deliver. Just an incredible play here at the tail end of this game, and I talked about it before this drive. This is an absolutely huge conversion attempt for Seattle and an absolutely huge attempt to stop the conversion for Chicago.
Possibly the game play. Pitch out to Williams. Williams bounces in, and Seattle retakes the lead. 28-26. 30 seconds remaining. What a response from the Thunder. And Janitra Gleaves with the 2-point conversion.
They've been able to get the edge all night, especially on the left side of their offense. That's just a great job, great play call. Let's dance with who brung you right there, and let's see what Stephanie Raymond and the Chicago offense has in this last 30 seconds. That's still enough time to score if everyone can keep their wits about them and they can make some plays. What a great job. I'm a little bit out of breath, kid, here. I apologize because this has been an absolutely fantastic ending to this game.
We knew it was going to be a good one. It had all the makings of an instant classic, and it has lived up to that and then some. Matheny with an absolutely incredible pass. What a Coach Michelson effusive in her praise. In his praise for Matheny, says that she sees the field like no one. A coach on the field, and mentally she's on another level, somehow able to squeeze it through. And believes in for the 2-point conversion. Can Chicago respond? They have 30 seconds. Season possibly on the line. Raymond scrambles. Raymond, enough for the first down, still on her feet across the 20 into Seattle territory and down to the 15.
An immediate timeout called right there by Sydney Lewis. That's going to be their last timeout. And another good job. Good blocking from the offensive line. Watch Stephanie Raymond's eyes, checking. It's not there. Plenty of green grass in front. Let's go use your athletic ability. Great job getting all the way down the field. They're all the way down to the 15-yard line. 20 seconds here. I think you've got 2 plays, especially if you throw 2 passes, a run and a pass. But what you want to do right here as your coach, you've got to get 2 plays called. Okay, you don't have time to get that second one in after this one. Get 2 plays called, run back-to-back. You call it NASCAR pace or whatever you want to call it, but you call 2 plays in a row here. You give them everyone on the team, they're on the same page, and that way you don't waste time calling a play in between the first.
Mike gonna come back with 2. If you come back with 2, you're gonna release Whitney on the corner on 2.
20 seconds remaining. Chicago trailing by 2. 1st and 10. All at the Seattle 15. The season hanging in the balance for Stephanie Raymond and her Chicago Blitz. The fans on their feet here at the BMO Harris Bank Center. Raymond to the air. Incomplete.
Okay, so that play only took 4 seconds right there, only took 5 seconds. You still got 2 plays. I like it. It's simple. It's just one look. Let's get rid of the ball right there. That ball's just a little too far to the outside. They had the play. They had it open, but it didn't take a lot of time. You still got 2 or 3 shots left in that end zone. Everything's okay right here if you're Chicago.
Fans holding their breath. The home opener for Chicago. Oh, this one almost intercepted. Is Dominique Malloy the closest to it? The star for the Thunder, unable to pick it off, and still life for Chicago.
And I'm not sure if Stephanie Raymond just didn't see Malloy or if this ball maybe slips out of her hand just a little bit, but that was definitely ill-advised to be sure, and lucky that Dominique Malloy didn't come down with that one because that would have ended the game for sure.
3rd and 10. Raymond, 2 receivers to the top. Under center. Now receiver in motion. Raymond, pressure in her face, steps up to run. Raymond across the 10, still on her feet, inside the 5. And remember, Chicago, no timeouts remaining. It'll be 1st and goal for the Blitz. Stephanie Raymond has taken matters into her own hands all night long, and a huge run on 3rd and 10 picks up the 1st.
It looks like Chicago may have a timeout left. Yes, they absolutely do. And right here, again, you got 9 seconds. You still got 2 plays, especially if the first one, I think you're looking at a pass. I tell you what I would like to see right here. I'm going to go ahead and put on my Nostradamus goggles right here. I'd like to see Stephanie Raymond on a rollout. That way, if the pass is there, she's got it. If not, she can try to take it in on the run. That's what I'd like to see right here.
Blitz fans cheering on their side. They have absolutely held their own here at home. Stephanie Raymond, the rookie quarterback from right here in Rockford, the former Northern Illinois star point guard, leading the way. The game on the line. 1st and goal, 9 seconds left. No timeouts remaining for Chicago.
You got 2 plays if you do it right. 2 plays if you manage the clock correctly here.
Drain in the backfield. Raymond to the air, touchdown Chicago! Tamika Robinson with her 3rd of the night, and the Blitz are back on top. 5 seconds remaining.
Stealing a play from the Seattle Thunder playbook, sneaking that tight end out for the touchdown, and she is completely wide open. Seattle going to sleep on defense. Oh my goodness, what could be the last play of the game? Tamika Robinson, great poise from the quarterback, throwing it up there, and now it's a 4-point lead, and this is an important conversion right here. But the main thing is, oh man, I'm at a loss for words. This last minute of the game has been absolutely phenomenal.
Chicago played in a great one in week 1, their overtime victory, and this one has surpassed that. A lot of times as broadcasters, we are prone to hyperbole, but this has been an instant classic.
This has been one of the best games I have ever seen. Okay, so help me out here, Kit. Chicago scores with a minute left, right? 1 minute left. Seattle drives the length of the field. They score with 30 seconds left. Then they get the conversion. Chicago drives the length of the field in 25 seconds. They get the score, so that's 3 touchdowns in a minute. All in the last, with the playoffs on the line. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
Right you are. Remember, Coach Lewis said, we have something to prove. There's a chip on our shoulder. We don't feel that we're getting the respect we deserve. Well, they have taken matters into their own hands. Looking for the 2-point conversion, and they've got it. Able to link up. I believe it was Benita Drain. Indeed it was number 33 showing off the hands.
And here's what's big about this. 2-point conversion right here from Raymond to Drain. It's now a 6-point lead. So, and I wouldn't think it could happen, but I've seen a lot in the last minute. Should Seattle be able to score, that's 6 points, that's tied, then it goes to that conversion. So, I mean, if you would have asked me a minute and 1 second ago if Seattle could score in 5-6 seconds, I would have said no. But right now, anything is on the table, and I would think Sydney Lewis is going to have everybody deep and probably only rush 2 people right here. Play a little bit of a prevent look. And let's see, we all know what's got to happen. KK Matheny, she's got to throw it as deep as she can on one play. Let's see who comes out on top.
6-point game, 6 seconds remaining. Matheny drops back, heaves this one up, and knocked down. 1 second left.
1 second left. I was wondering, I wonder if she had a chance to make the interception. You know, if you make an interception, then this play is over. The game's over right there. You still got 1 more second. KK Matheny and company, good job on the defense. I think you could see quite clearly what Sydney Lewis was going to do there. He had everybody deep. He rushed 2. Those 2 did a pretty good job getting some pressure on the quarterback. Again, you only got 1 option here. I guess you could go with the short pass and the hook and lateral and that kind of stuff, but probably looking for more just, let's just go deep right here. And again, I expect the same defense here from Coach Lewis.
Final play of the game. They will indeed go to the hook and ladder, but it will not be enough as time expires and Chicago comes away victorious. Coach Lewis said, we feel like we've been treated like the stepchild. We have not gotten the respect that we deserve. Well, his side taking their respect tonight. What a game.
I'm going to need a week to catch my breath here before that Los Angeles game. That was an absolutely dynamite, thoroughly entertaining game of football.
And most importantly for Chicago, they are headed to the playoffs. They can book their spot in the postseason.
Absolutely, and I still think that Seattle, they're still going to be in good shape based off point differential. They should be looking good going into the playoffs. That's going to put the ball firmly in the court of the Los Angeles Black Storm. They've got quite a few points that they're going to need to win by next week. Otherwise, Austin and Coach O down there in Texas, they're going to be filling in that playoff spot because Atlanta's in. We know Chicago's in. Looks like Seattle's going to be in, so let's see what happens with this next game.
It's going to be a good one. We'll be in Orange County, headed to the Champions Stadium in Irvine. The LA Black Storm hosting the Mexican All-Stars. Mark your calendars. August 13th, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Showing off some of that massive talent from south of the border. LA looking to get in the postseason. And as you said, Austin and Seattle, all they can do is watch and wait to see if they are joining the Chicago Blitz in the postseason. What a game. Couldn't have asked for anything more for our entire XLeague crew. For my partner Lane Grigg, I'm Kit McConico. The final from the BMO Harris Bank Center. It's Chicago on top of Seattle 34-28. The Blitz are headed to the playoffs.